After careful consideration, I've decided that I will no longer be creating artwork related to Wuthering Waves. So what happened that made them want to just drop doing anything to do with Wuthering Waves going forward?
Joining, being a part of an online gacha community in 2026, it's giving cult member. It feels like joining a cult. So there's this online community called Gacha Grail. I'm just hearing about this. A lot of you guys are in this community already know where this is going. I'm new to this, so just bear with me.
And you will be chased from every other community until you have nowhere left to hide. This is not limited to people that claim to be a part of the Wuthering Waves community, but also in the NTE community as well. NTE and Wuthering Waves community when it comes to homophobia and harassing, I'm not going to read it, artists. Retry All 1, this is actually just one of the accounts, there's another couple. Reminder, the only form of gatekeeping is to ruin your hobby's reputation among these people and also women as well. Why this works is because these people don't care about the games themselves, but only care about how their communities are perceived.
So instead of running you through the chain of events, I think I'll just describe who these people are and, you know, what they're known for and what they've done. But they go by Gacha Grail, a collective of random ex-gacha players or gacha players, I'm not quite sure of which games they play or used to play. But one thing I do know is they hate the gays and they hate the blacks.
And the community that they hate the absolute most is the Hoyo community, because they see the Hoyo community as being full of the people that they don't like. They see the Hoyo community as being, quote unquote, infested by the LGBTQ, Yuritard, whatever type of people as well. And they absolutely despise that. And they see Wuthering Waves and these other games as being a way to attack Hoyoverse. And
so these disgruntled, mentally ill gacha gamers go around. They're mostly known for attacking artists and creators. One of their favorite pastimes is to steal gacha gaming fan art, running it through AI to like straightify it.
So you got all these accounts here of like stealing art and posting it through a generative AI to replace characters, but that's not it as well. Like I said, they've been issuing false DMCAs to at least 2 accounts that we know of, but they've also been doxing people as well. Like there's several people here in,
which is a real productive use of your energy and your time on this earth. They'll even create incestual art or gore. For example, there's one guy who likes to take black children and create gore and send that to people
here. But most recently there's this account, Blast Off NBs. NB stands for 2 specific things. N is the N word and B is babies, because the gore is very specifically images of black children murdered and like mutilated, and it's absolutely disgusting. Just here, the ideal relationship timeline, apparently, where you see Rover taking care of little baby Amith here. She's growing up, getting bigger, and they're married. So
sending false copyright strikes, you know, going after the VAs of these video games, harassing, sending death threats, brigading, you know, the good stuff.
You might remember a few months ago with James Day, the voice actor for Alto, like when he made a joke on stream one time about saying like Alto and Brant were like in a gay relationship and that it's canon, like an obvious joke. They obviously didn't like that joke because they are pathetic, humorless, absolute sacks of shit. There's a character where the VA posted a GIF on Twitter with that character with an LGBTQ flag in the background, like she didn't know it was the flag or whatever, and sparked off a huge shitstorm. They were also a part of like throwing harassment.
Why? Because they're really fighting against mostly the LGBT communities that have populated this game since Genshin Impact. A lot of people like to make, you know, gay fan art and stuff like that. And there was a lot of toxicity between shippers and all of that. A lot of these LGBT groups used to be extremely toxic towards straight ships, I guess, and so the Gacha Grail kind of formed.
Why they're doing all of this is because they're trying to like impose upon the community that they are the target audience for not just Wuthering Waves, but just for Gacha in general. Like all Gacha belongs to them and people like them.
Basically, they're anti-Hoyo, anti-Wuthering Waves, anti any of your popular Gacha games, Snowbreak, Arknights, stuff like that. They like to impersonate other people, other communities, other creators, and create infights.
Biggest female Rover fan on X. I only post about things I like. Please don't harass me. Thing is, this account here was made in August 2026, and it's currently August 3rd, so it can only be in the past 3 days. And in those 3 days, they have 4 followers, and one of them is a Gacha Grail member here. So that is incredibly suspicious.
They break the law by stealing art of artists and false copyright striking. They've made a lot of artists quit. I, in fact, have been hit with a false copyright strike. That's right, they've affected me also. And the only reason I think I have is because a video like this, shout out to this guy, made a video talking about him being attacked.
Content to use Wuthering Waves? Oh my god. Wait a minute. Wuthering Waves. This is the email. Cruel. So this is like somebody pretending to be Wuthering Waves.
And it made me realize I've also been attacked because I got 2 false copyright strikes by, I'm pretty sure it was the exact same email in this guy's video. Now, the reason I didn't make a big fuss about it was because, I'll be real, I posted some Chisa links. I'm sorry, I was excited. I'm a Chisa fan. I'm a Chisa enjoyer. I posted 2 leaks as shorts, got copyright strikes, and I was confused. I saw the email. It didn't look like Kuro Games official, but what I looked like complaining about getting copyright strikes for leaks. So I didn't say anything about it. You know, the LARP has gotten so bad that Kuro Games is planning to take legal action because so many of these people impersonate Wuthering Waves fans and, you know, false copyright strike and break the law, you know, attacking artists.
This is what they said at the time as well. We have recently identified instances of malicious reporting and the removal of Wuthering Waves fan-created content on X, Twitter, under the official name of Wuthering Waves. We would like to clarify that Wuthering Waves has neither authorized nor participated in any reporting activities related to fan creations. We have gathered the necessary evidence and will submit it to X, Twitter, requesting a thorough review of the reports to prevent similar incidents in the future.
It's crazy. Artists can't get a break in 2026. They get their art stolen and demonetized and attacked by these rabid fans. It's insane. Like, being an artist in 2026 is the worst form of humiliation ritual, but that's besides the point. And you know, when you look at the totality of this situation, you can say you're shocked, but you can't say you're surprised, because when companies kind of reap what they sow, I mean, they knew what they were doing when they cultivated this mentally ill audience. I mean, you look at a player base that has normalized spending thousands of dollars to essentially turn their game into easy mode. We're out here paying absorbent amounts of money to C6 a character, and that's just normal. So, like, obviously, this is the end result of the FOMO and all the psychological tactics they use to manipulate us. You get the Gacha Grail community. And you know, nobody has done anything substantial to this group. They just kind of let it happen, ignore it. You know, it's kind of like the school bully walking around the halls and then they tell you not to look him in the eyes, and, you know, just let him do his thing. That's the Gacha community. I mean, how am I just hearing about this now? This is the first time I'm hearing about it and I'm calling it out. Why can't communities call this stuff out? Why can't people come together and denounce these types of communities? This is my issue with the gacha gaming community as a whole. Nobody takes a stand. Nobody is a leader. This is just allowed to fester. And things like this will just continue to get worse, because I have a theory. As gacha games become more oversaturated and more people get used to these games and quit out of frustration, basically the normies that came around during Genshin COVID era are slowly moving away from these games. And so what you're left with is the community of intense, more committed players. This is pretty much what happens to every game that dies. You get the more dedicated players, and they're not always the most mentally sound players, because average people would quit a dying game, correct? So the people that stay behind, they become increasingly more extremists, more obsessed with their video game, and the end result in gacha games like these are people like the players like Gacha Grail. So basically what I'm saying is this problem is just going to get worse and worse, and that's why I, as a content creator, feel like I need to branch out. I don't want to have to deal with copyright strikes because I said I don't like the color of Im's hair or something like that. Maybe where I truly went wrong was trying to appeal to my favorite of the gacha games, Wuthering Waves, and their community. Because I have noticed when I talk about other gachas outside of this game, I get more responses, more feedback, more interactions in general. And the only interactions I've ever gotten from Wuthering Waves is arguments and anger, unless I'm glazing the game. So I've been in this perpetual state of gaining and losing subscribers because one day I will glaze Wuwa, the next day I will talk about a problem, and that's just not how you grow in these games. You have to LARP to an extent, especially with the Wuwa community, because if you say anything disagreeable, you know, you lose the subscriber. You lose the subscriber as soon as you got them. At least that's my experience. Another thing I noticed with gacha players, when their game is dead, they're a lot nicer. Like, when I talk about deader gacha games, the communities just are happy that somebody's talking about their game. They're more supportive. They're less argumentative. They're just happy and just much more of a joy to communicate with. The issue is you just get no money reviews. So yeah, that's why I'm moving on. This community is not built for me. I said this in the last video about Candy Bug, but I guess I'll have to double down. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm done talking about gacha games on the channel, but I'm definitely gonna like broaden my topics. I don't know, maybe I'll go into gaming activism, even though that's kind of an oxymoron. I mean, gaming activism in itself is a hilarious statement. But anything's more productive than talking about gacha games.